Hi guys, welcome back to the Library of Alexandria, and today guys, finally, frickin' mic busted in 3 of them videos, and now it should be fixed. I got a mic, it's right up here, so I don't have to have this stupid lavalier mic. Guys, lavalier mic, man, me and that and it's fine, you wear a collared shirt, attach it to the lapel, but when you got a frickin' t-shirt, attach, upside down, attach, against the body. Ridiculous. Anyway, I am thrilled to death to be done with that bloody thing. But anyway, who cares, right? Today is my December 2021 TBR. The final TBR of the year. And like everyone said, oh, this year's blown past. I feel like a graduating senior giving a speech. Can you believe it's been 4 years? Can you believe how fast the year it's gone fast? Like, it's gone fast. I don't know where the time's gone. But also it seemed like the longest year ever, because I did not realize that I had read Long Price Quartet, or the last 2 books of Long Price Quartet, this year, like in 2021. Whatever. So, many of these are returning favorites that I would like to, well, half of these are returning favorites that I would like to complete before the end of the year, but we'll see. So, I had a really good reading month in November because I had some, you're traveling and I had some time in the car to read. So I'm hoping that I will get some of that again in December, or at least time off that I can, get some more reading done. So we shall see. So without wasting any more time, let's get down to business. Let's talk about the books that I will be reading this month in December 2021. So the first book I will be reading is Boosh, Cage of Souls by Adrian Tchaikovsky. You've seen me put this out here before. It's got a gorgeous cover. This is like a post-apocalyptic, I guess, like everything's overgrown with jungle, and there's just like one big city, right, in the jungle. Yeah, and there's this dude. Yeah, there's like one city left that has 100,000 people in it, and it's like inside a jungle. And it's Adrian Tchaikovsky, whom I love, is quickly becoming one of my favorite authors. I have been reading the Shadow of the App series. We actually just last month concluded the August of the App read-along with Salute the Dark Book 4. I will still be continuing on reading those books as I am able, but I'm going to take a break here in December before I read Book 5. I'll read that probably in January. So this month instead, I'll be reading Cage of Souls, a standalone, and I'll be reading this, I think, with my friend Angela, and maybe a couple other people who we've been wanting to read this for a while. And so we're finally going to go ahead and get to this. I'm super excited. I love standalones. I'm all like a standalone kind of novella craze currently. So I'm eager to see what this has to offer. It's I think it's fantasy. I think it's fantasy, not sci-fi. Maybe it's sci-fi. Who knows? But it's not as space sci-fi as like Children of Time. And this was written relatively recently, like 2017, 2019. 2019. So compared to Shadows of the App, which was like 2011 or something like that. Anyway, Cage of Souls. Next we have Boosh, Theft of Swords, or more specifically, The Crown Conspiracy, which is the first book in this bind-up. This is volume 1 of the Ryria Chronicles bind-up that stars Royce and Hadrian, and all I've heard since I started BookTube was Royce and Hadrian, or like the buddy duo. And this was actually, Ryria was actually on my series that I was hoping to start this year. I will have a video about that later in December, so you can see how poorly I did with starting the series that I said I was going to start. But I'll be able to cheat by going ahead and starting this. I will read The Crown Conspiracy because every other month, just because I read so slowly, I can't do it every month, because I'm always also running the channel read-along or whatever. But every other month, my patrons put a book on the wheel, depending on, like, Knights get one choice, and Dukes get 2 choices, Greycoats get 3 choices. I put them on the wheel, and I spin it, and that's the book that I'm going to read that month. And this, Crown Conspiracy, was chosen by my buddy Sam Wise, the first Cantor, my friend and actually very first patron. I love Sam. But yes, I am actually really glad he put this on the wheel. I'm glad that this is what I spun. I just hear that these are a good time, that Royce and Hadrian are, it's a great literary friendship. There's heists and swashbuckling stuff. I hear a lot of people say that this series is okay, like it's good, it's not great, but I do love it when my swashes are buckled. So I'm hoping that I will love this book. I'm probably not going to get to the second book in here, but my guarantee is only the Crown Conspiracy, but hopefully that will start it, and I can continue this series at my leisure. Next up, we have Boosh the Hammer by K.J. Parker. This is another standalone, so I've been pretty regularly reading K.J. Parker, especially since I turned my friend Zara on to Parker, and she is also a Parker prophet like myself. So far, we've read The Folding Knife, which is fantastic, and then Sharps, which is okay. It's not his best work. I'll have a review of that eventually. And then his novella Purple and Gold, which may be the best book I read all year. It was just fantastic. I loved it so much. And I think Zara actually read Prosper's Demon, something like that. Another one of his novellas. I have not read that. I can really only commit to like one thing a month. But this was actually voted by people in Greg, my buddy Greg, Gregory LePerch's server. He asked me if I wanted to, host his like monthly read-along alongside him, and so I gave him 3 books, and they voted, and they actually voted for this, which is shocking because it's K.J. Parker, and no one wants to read K.J. Parker. But this is a standalone, just like Folding Knife and Sharps, and this is supposed to be more akin to Folding Knife because it is a single character-driven novel. But instead of Basso, the head of the Vasani Republic, who is trying to keep the Republic afloat and govern it and run its economy and its banks, this one is about a once noble exiled family that's been exiled to this island, and I guess the scion of this family, Gignomai, who I think returns to the mainland and ends up igniting a civil war. All of Parker's books kind of take place in the same world. They always talk about the invincible sun, and the Vasani Republic or the Vasani Empire, depending on which book you're reading. So I just love the way Parker writes. He's got a type like the smart and cynical, but it's not laugh out loud funny, but it is definitely funny. Purple and Black had some laugh out loud funny moments. But I am very excited to read another standalone, an actual full novel, and especially since it's single character focused, like The Folding Knife. So you're welcome to join us in reading this over on Greg's server. I will link that below as well. Next is Boosh, Engines of Empire by R.S. Ford. And I want to thank Angela at Orbit and Orbit Books for giving me this arc. They very kindly sent me this arc. And this looks so freaking cool. I've actually already started this book, and it already is freaking cool. Guys, it has trade houses. Like, there's guilds that run the civilized world, where one of the guilds in charge of artificing, one's in charge of transportation, one's in charge of the civil administration. Oh my gosh. And they get around on machines that are powered by these crystals that certain magic users pour energy into the crystal that make these machines move. And there's this huge, big, like, I think they're freaking mechs. I think there's mechs in this book. I'll return. If there's not, don't get too excited. It's already so freaking cool. This comes out in January. Definitely expect a full review of this as soon as I am done. I'm only about 50 pages in, and I'm already loving it. I am very, very much enjoying this. But I don't actually know what it's about other than there's this one guild, the guild that runs the transportation, the Hawkspur, which I almost said Hotspur, but it's not Shakespeare. And the three scions of that house. One's an artificer, one's a soldier, and one is the girl is the one that powers the crystals. And I'm just super excited to see where this goes. And also, like, the ecclesiastical branch, they worship dragons, and the dragon names are freaking cool. Go pre-order this if that sounds interesting, guys. Wait for the review. It's coming. I will also be trying to read this month Boosh, The God Is Not Willing by Steven Erikson. This is the first book in a new trilogy called the Witness Trilogy, and it takes place after the main 10, and it involves a certain character that is introduced in the 4th book. And I love that character. I have heard from both Andy and Philip that I will love this book, that it deals a lot with the Marines and the soldiers, which are my favorite part of the Malazan Book of the Fallen. The cover is gorgeous. It is unlike one of the later Malazan Books of the Fallen. It's only like 460 pages. Can you believe that? So yeah, I am super excited to read this. Hopefully I love it. Get a review out for this. I don't actually know what this is about other than who it has to do with. So I'm definitely eager to continue following this story in this way. And then finally, if I have time, I still need to read my punishment book. Guys, I'm itching to do another challenge. I'm itching to do another challenge, but I cannot until I have read 6 of Bleeding Crows. Hopefully I will have the time to just blaze through this. I'll vlog myself going like, ugh, really? Where's Kaz Brecker? Is this a Grisha? Because I have been told there are Grishas in here and that Kaz Brecker is actually in this. And the whole time I will not be able to do anything but picture Ben Barnes as Kaz Brecker in this, because that's who Ben Barnes plays in the Kaz Brecker TV show. So, I don't know. Maybe there's a goat. All I know is that Ben Barnes is in it, Kaz Brecker is in it, and there's Grishas in it. And then I can just stop looking at this stupid book. I don't want to. I can do a challenge again. I want to do a challenge. Blech. And then, of course, because right off screen, the Inquisitor is, he's got one of those bats that has a nail in it, like doing this, like, glowering at me. If I have any time remaining, I will be trying to finish Tagana. I'm gonna finish Tagana. So, help me. So anyway, guys, that is what I have for the end of this year. What are you guys reading in December? What are you most excited to read before the end of the year? Are you going to be able to put the kibosh on any series? Are you going to be able to close out some series before the end of the year? I actually closed out 2. Last month, I read the last... No, I didn't. I was only able to close out 1. That sucks. Well, but I did close out this Discworld City Watch, which was all kinds of emotional for me. And I still need to read Time of Courage, so I can close out another one, but that'll be hopefully soon. At any rate, guys, that is it for me. I'm so glad to be back. Hopefully videos will be, more regular now that my equipment is working and that I may not be quite so bloody tired, because I can see the end on the horizon. Like, there's a break coming soon, and I'm always re-energized when the next break is right around the corner. But guys, that's it for me. As always, information about my Patreon and Discord is down in the description, and I'll see you next time, guys.